thing for at least probably 10, 15 years. And y'all get in the comments, tell me what's happening with your business. But I have a service company, and I don't know, for years, it looked like my customers will be hijacked through my phone number. And it's happening again. I get spam. I got like 25 spam calls yesterday. And it's not just the spam calls, you start getting clicks. And on your website, the traffic looks right. And you're like, but I'm not getting any phone calls coming through, but I get these spam calls. And then you start wondering, you say, well, how are these companies selling phone call leads? Now, I don't know, but we all may need to get together and start suing, because if my click matches when I get this spam call, I'm like, are they switching out and taking my customer, and the software that they're using is giving me the spam call? Now, I type it in the AI, and the AI tells me, hey, it doesn't work quite like that. They're reaching the customer before you. Well, can you tell me what that means? Can you tell me why people are clicking on my website, and when they click on my website, I get the spam call? It says, well, you're getting a spam call because there's a software. They know the customer clicked on your site. Well, can you tell me the part about how a customer clicks on my website looking for a service? How do they reach that customer before I do? If the customer's looking to either fill out a form, customer could pay for the service on your website, or the customer can call you. Can you tell me? I cannot get a straight answer out of the AI. The AI just keep on telling me they're reaching the customer before you. Well, if you're intercepting my phone call, that's reaching the customer before me. Can anybody else out there tell me, if you're getting a whole bunch of spam calls and no leads on your number, and you're getting clicks on your website from customers, you're getting clicks from your Google My Business page, and so forth and so on? This is really interesting, and I really want to know now, especially yesterday. I got at least 25 spam calls yesterday. At least 25 just going to the same thing. And that's suspect too. Going to the same message, same spam type of call. And because I started answering them, because I want to catch a pattern. Right? I want to start catching a pattern. So I'm really, really, really want to know how many other small businesses out there think their phones are being hijacked. That there is a company, when a customer clicks on your website, somehow they reach out to the customer before you do. I'd like to know, how did you know to call the customer, or whatever you do to reach out? How did you know that if you're not utilizing my data or intercepting what I built? That's theft to me. I don't give a damn if you say you reached them before they contacted me. If they're getting ready to call me, and you call them, you block my, let's say you block my, right? So if the AI don't want to be specific, let's just be specific. Let's say that you know to ring my phone a millisecond before they ring it, and it knocks them out of the queue from contacting me, and you got their number now, you go ahead and contact them for the service. That's theft to me. That would be theft. I don't know how they doing it. I don't know how many businesses out here, because you have to ask yourself those questions. Well, how you selling me these things, and I gotta go over here and pay you for ads and all this other stuff? How are you selling phone ringing? How you selling the phone ringing? How are you selling it? It ain't got nothing to do with position and all that other stuff. I'm starting to think they're hijacking our number through our website, and somehow they got some kind of software that is interfering with you getting that call, and they are calling to get that customer, and then they pretend to be a customer and call you when they already booked a customer, right? Because there's a companies that will call you. I don't know if y'all know that, but there were companies when I was doing junk removal, they will get the lead for the customer, and then they will call you on the phone trying to sell you the lead $15, $20 less than what they got the customer for, so that they make a profit and whatnot, to go pick up like usually single items like a couch, refrigerator, whatever. But I just want to know, I would like people to tell me if you believe your company's phone calls are being hijacked by these large major companies out there. Somehow they are interfering. I don't know how they interfering, but they're interfering. And I've been looking at this for at least 10 to 15 years. And I used to turn off, I used to have the phone number, I don't want to say from who, but I used to have the phone number, and then I would just stop using that phone number and get my own phone number. But I'm finding it odd that I'm getting 20 a day that matches the amount of clicks that I'm getting. I'm getting clicks on my website, and I'm getting a spam call that matches that click. And the AI is telling me, well, it doesn't work that way. Well, will somebody please explain to me how they stealing my and intercepting my customers and think I'm going to pay them for ads? I'll go out of business before I pay them for ads, and they're stealing my customers. I like to know how many other businesses out there that believe this is happening to them, that you're looking at your own data that they give you. You know, it's delayed by a couple days. That's suspicious too. They give you the data and it's delayed by a couple days. And when you look at that data, it matches the amount of spam calls you get. I find this interesting. If there are other businesses out there that's having this problem, hey, let me know in the comments that you having this problem. And I think we need to match our data, and we need to get ready to go after some companies out here for intercepting our customers. And I swear, maybe somebody not to work AI better than I do, but I get all these prompts to the AI, and AI just tell me, well, it doesn't come, it seems like that, it appears that way, but what's really happening? No, dude, I need to know what's happening. When you tell me they're reaching the customer before I get to the customer, I need to know how. How are they reaching my customers? The customers on the internet, they decide to click on my website. How are they reaching my customer before me? And then think I'm gonna go buy ads to buy my customer back. That is insane to me. If that's not theft, I don't know what theft is. It can't, well, I understand it can't be theft because it wasn't my customers yet, because you intercepted the customer in the thin air before they were reaching me on the phone, right? That's why it's not theft? Nah, that's theft. If you got some software and you ain't telling me that you're using the software on my website and you managing when somebody comes onto my website and you intercepting my client before me, before they get to call me on the phone, that's theft to me. I mean, what kind of country are we becoming that these large aggregators, directories, can steal your customers with a software when they're just about to call you? Somebody explain that to me. Someone please explain that to me. You know how much work I put in to build these websites and to rank on the first page of these search engines for them just to have a software to steal my clients? I got a problem with that. And every small business out there, a lot of you guys, y'all pay SEO companies to rank your company. Y'all pay SEO companies to get you in the map pack. I do it on my own, and it's still worth money to me. That time, that labor that I sit there, and I value my time at least $75 an hour. That time, that labor, and that time, them years that it takes me to build up something for me to rank on the first page and in the top 4, and you got some software to steal my clients, I got a problem with it. But anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to put this out there for people in business. If you got a service company, and you have been noticing and you've been looking at your data and it don't look right, I'm getting more spam calls, you getting more spam calls than you are customers calling you for service, and you noticing that your website is actually getting those clicks, there's something happening, and I think we need to find out what it is. Period.